Yeah, and as you can see, automatically all your cameras were switched off. If you want to, and as I already said, it would be nice to switch your cameras on again. Great. So we are 20 people right now. Welcome to the kickoff appointment for our pilot program with TÜV Nord Academy, 3Spin Learning, and you guys from TÜV Nord Mexico. It's a pleasure to see all of you, and I'm happy that we can start this pilot now, as we have everything prepared in the last weeks with Claudia and Mercedes. Thank you at that point for this collaboration and to start into this pilot program. We will give a short insight about what is this pilot meaning, what do we mean when we talk about AI soft skill trainings, what are our expectations for this pilot, and as well, how do you get access to those trainings, about which trainings are we talking, and Annika will give you later on an outlook into the platform where you can see how to use and access those trainings. But for the start, who am I, or who are Annika and me? As I'm talking, I would give it a start. I am Marvin Töpfer. I'm working with TÜV Nord Academy for 7 years now already. Been working 3 to 4 years mainly for the internal qualifications. So I was dealing with the education for our internal employees, for our subsidiaries within TÜV Nord Group. Most of the time it was with a very special national focus, but more and more we are learning and getting closer together within TÜV Nord Group. And since then we are addressing international companies as well. And I've always dealt with digital learning tools. Maybe you've heard about Masterplan, which I could introduce a few years ago within TÜV Nord. And in the last 1 or 2 years, it was my pleasure to deal with the topic of virtual reality and AI soft skill trainings, since we have a collaboration with 3Spin Learning, which is an expert in the topic of immersive learning formats. And so it comes that we are talking today and will try to run this pilot and give you access to those immersive learning formats. I will explain what that means, and AI soft skill trainings. And talking of 3Spin Learning, Annika is here with us. Would you like to introduce yourself as well?
Sure. Thank you. Hi all, it's really nice to meet you. I'm Annika Steli, I'm from 3Spin Learning. We are part of TÜV Nord Academy, and we have a learning platform in which you are able to learn with VR, with AR, and with AI. And that's why we're here, because of our AI soft skill trainings. And I'm general manager here, working for 10 years already at 3Spin Learning. And I'm really happy to guide you through the trainings. We're responsible for all the contents. And if you need anything during the pilot, we are happy to assist.
Wonderful. Thank you, Annika. And at this point, I will start a short presentation where we will give you some information about this pilot, as I already introduced, what is important for you as a user to know, what we expect for the pilot, and how we can support you and how we can collaborate for this pilot program, and as well showing you a timeline so that we know when we're starting now, when will we so to say, finish with this pilot program, and what do we want or do we want to achieve during this time. If there are any questions from your side in the meantime, feel free to directly ask. I will share my presentation, and I will only have one screen. So maybe, Annika, if you see someone is raising his hand virtually, or has a question via chat, or just unmute yourself, you can ask all questions directly. So yeah, 1 second, and I will have shared my presentation. As we all know, sometimes it takes more than one try. All right. So I hope all of you can see my screen.
Yes.
Yes, great. So, as already said, we are starting today into our first international pilot program within the TÜV Nord Group, with the main focus on AI soft skill trainings, which we are able to offer to you since we have the mentioned collaboration with 3Spin Learning. As Annika already said, as part of TÜV Nord Academy, we are um, holding a stake and are now working together for several months, or better to say years. And since then, we are able to offer virtual reality trainings, augmented reality trainings, as well as AI soft skill trainings, which are all consolidated in one platform. That is special, is just a special information for you, that we as well offer virtual reality and augmented reality trainings. Even we are now focusing for this pilot on AI soft skill trainings. And all this training formats, as I told you, VR, AR, and AI soft skill trainings are immersive learnings, or learning formats, which means that this digital technologies ensures that the learner is completely in the environment of the training and has the opportunity to focus on the content, and therefore has a much more efficient way to build those skills for the respective trainings, and to support the learning process on another level. Because you can imagine, if you have like the virtual reality glasses on your head, that you're fully immersed. You're completely in this world, and there's no way that you're getting distracted from anywhere else. And so you're very, very focused in this training format. And as well, we are doing this with this AI soft skill trainings as well. Even if you don't need those virtual reality glasses, you just need your laptop, internet access, and the microphone or headphones, and then you can start those trainings. But I will explain to you in more detail what that means. And this is just a short overview for you, because you will receive the presentation afterwards. Excuse me, you will receive the presentation afterwards. So you have the opportunity to look into our total training portfolio to get an overview what we are offering as well. But as I said, with this pilot program, we are focusing the AI soft skill trainings. And this is just a short overview about the topics soft skills in general. When it is supported with artificial intelligence, soft skills are soft skills are a future skill in general, because it gets more and more important to gain those skills. When we are talking about everything gets more digital and more technological, and so the gap we have there, and the time where you have to use your soft skills get more and more important, where you have to make effective decisions, and to lead your employees as a good leader. And at this point, soft skills are very, very important skills for our future. And through AI, we have the opportunity to strengthen those soft skill trainings, because you can imagine the usual or the common soft skill trainings takes place in person. So the people usually have to travel somewhere. So costs, of course, or travel costs are there when the people have to travel. Some people are not very, or not always comfortable with those soft skill trainings, because you're usually doing this in person in a role play. And we know that it's not, because we are all different, and it's not always easy for everybody to feel very comfortable in those training, and it's not always given that this role plays are that effective. And with AI, we have the opportunity to create a safe space for every learner, because you will be alone with, so to say, an AI avatar and an AI coach, and can infinitely repeat your trainings in order to get better and better in certain communication skills and techniques, respected to the training contents and topics we have gave to you. And this is exactly what I am currently talking about, because I know the image may be misleading. You don't need those VR glasses, but the AI avatar you'll see is kind of one you will see in the trainings as well, which will be your coach and your, for instance, client or employee, where you simulate exactly those training, those communication situations from your daily business. And all those conversations you have with this AI avatar are 100% individualized. So you can tell your own topic that you want to talk about with the AI avatar. For instance, when we are talking about like a certain sales topic and you need to sell the customer, for instance, a pen, you can tell the AI avatar you want to sell him a pen, and then go into this conversation. And it goes further and further so that you get always deeper into this conversation, and which can be repeated infinitely and can be accessed from anywhere. So you just, as I said, only need your laptop device and your headphones to do the trainings. And in these trainings, you will receive theoretical input beforehand, and of course during the training, because you always have your AI coach with you, who can help you in those situations that you are simulating with the customer or with the employee. And therefore, yeah, it's a very, very nice support that you can go more deeply into those trainings. And as I said, you can do it all the time and repeat it infinitely if you have the feeling that you need to strengthen maybe a certain skill a bit more. You can always repeat it, and that is one of the great benefits of those AI soft skill trainings. And this is just a short overview when we're talking about the time that is necessary, or the time that one full course of an AI soft skill training lasts. This is just roundabout, so it's not always definite, because the situation or the learning depends always on how deep you want to go in the conversation with this AI avatar. As I said, you can do it infinitely, but usually it is around one course, which exists out of 4 different learning modules, takes around 60-80 minutes, because there in a full course, there's always like a closing session where you can repeat all of the stuff in the conversation, and doing this infinitely as well. So this is just a short overview for you, for the, like to say, the time that is necessary roundabout to invest for a full learning course.
Let me just add one little
Yes.
information, because I think 80 minutes sounds like a lot. If you think, oh no, I have to train for 80 minutes, that's a long time. As Marvin said, it's 4 separate trainings, and they are together combined one course. So you don't have to train for 80 minutes straight away. So you can just separate it and say, let's do one in 1 week and then one in another, so that you also have the best learning experience and take your time and say, okay, now I want to focus on that topic and then on that topic. And maybe in 2 weeks, I want to make my final exam. So it's up to you and your total individual, how you want to place and time everything. But yeah, there's one course, which consists out of 4 trainings, and you can just totally free, make the selection when you want to train something.
Thank you for the addition, Annika. And as we're talking about what time is necessary to invest, even it's more a guess, what are we aiming for? So what are our expectations for the pilot? And as I said, we are doing this the first time. And so for us, it is very important to gain feedback from you during the pilot program. And we will have a kickout meeting as well, where we will discuss everything for the whole program in those 4 weeks. So it's important for us, of course, to gain those feedbacks. It's the first Spanish AI soft skill trainings we have created as well. We have it in English as well for you. I will show to you later on, but it is at that point very important for us to know what your experience was with the training formats, what was working well, what maybe not. Of course, as well, when you realize there are some maybe language errors, which we hope are not there, but if you recognize something like that, of course, that are important points for us as well. So we want to make those trainings in the better for the future. And to understand that, it helps us if you can give us your feedback with your expertise, and as well with you knowing the Spanish language. Yeah, that helps us here a lot. And we will give you, or you will receive, kind of a feedback formula, which follows directly after you exit the training. So if you're finished with the training, you will then have the opportunity to give a feedback directly afterwards. We will collect everything and evaluate it on this mentioned kick-out date together with you. And then we will see how we can improve the platform, our products, and what we could maybe make better for future international pilots. Because as I said, you are the first one, and maybe some other international subsidiaries will follow. And of course, we want to make or give awareness for those new training methods within the whole TÜV Nord group, and give our colleagues with this trainings a real learning benefit with those immersive learnings with AI soft skill trainings, which are new within our company. And we are happy to run this complementary pilot for you, so that we will make all of this for the pilot program free of charge, and try to implement the products and the platform stepwise within the TÜV Nord group. And one step for this, or one element, is this pilot program we are running together with you with TÜV Nord Mexico. Yeah, just for an overview, I will not go into every detail which is given on the slide here, but it's just the timeline for the pilot. As we are starting today with a kickoff appointment, obviously, we are now in this joint kickoff meeting and sharing the relevant information with you as this presentation, but explanation for support processes, which will follow on the next slides. As well as we are setting up Q&A meetings and further opportunities for you, so that we can ensure that if you have any questions or anything isn't working with the trainings, with the access to the platform, so that you have the opportunity to receive support from our side. And then the experience phase starts. It says 3 weeks here, but in my eyes, it's more 4 weeks. We are experiencing the trainings with you together. So you will receive access to the trainings today in Spanish and in English. You will receive on Monday those weekly Q&A meetings, which are optional. And during the time, of course, as I already said, we will support you. And when we are finished on the 25th of June, you will receive this kick-out date as well. We will discuss and evaluate what worked out well and not so well during the pilot, to collect all the feedbacks we already could, or to discuss the feedbacks we already collected. But of course, we'll make a kind of a closing feedback session with you to talk about the whole pilot. And this is just a little more detailed information, what this means to those respected phases I showed to you on the slide before. So this is important for you, especially when we are talking about the content and the way that it is made accessible for you. As you realize, currently we are talking English, or I'm talking English. So the project language and the support and the further communication from our side will be conducted in English for the whole pilot program. But as I said, the content you will receive, this AI soft skill training, so the voice of the AI coach and the AI avatar, are in Spanish. So you can conduct those trainings in Spanish. Of course, you can feel free to do it in English if you want to prefer it, or you want to maybe strengthen your English skills as well. So you maybe have two different opportunities here to use those training formats. And when you will receive the email with the access, everything, you will see everything and which content is made available for you. But you will see when Annika will share the screen for the platform in a few minutes. What is good to know, and maybe sometimes it's a bit irritating for you, but it's important for us to tell you beforehand. I believe in one module, there's sometimes in the trainings you will see, even if you started the Spanish training, that some instructions which are maybe written on the board or something like that in the training may be sometimes in English. So don't feel irritated by that. That is something that yeah, we realized. So we just wanted to tell you that there are a few translations, or maybe sometimes there is an English text block, even if you started the Spanish training. This is just for your information, and we know that this will be kind of part of the feedback afterwards as well. Yeah, and what trainings are we talking about? Which trainings or topics will you receive? We will have after with this pilot 3 different user groups. I say this, and Claudia gave us a list where we made kind of a matching with respecting to their department where they are working, and maybe which content, which topics could be fitting for their point of view to conduct such AI soft skill trainings. Because of course, we want to give trainings to you that you can implement into your daily business, so that it really has something to do with your daily work, and you will have a real learning benefit for your soft skills in this areas then. So what we made accessible is a full course, as already said, which is consisting out of 4 learning or training modules. And this is the course closing deals. I would need to look up what it was in Spanish again, but we will see in a few minutes. And we translated the whole course, so all of those 4 modules. Even you see the overview here just in English. This is the course that we make accessible for 2 different user groups, which you will see on the next slides. As well, we have included 3 further modules, so that are not the full courses as we see on the slide here, because these are is 1 module out of a full course. For instance, for the first one, capture customer problems professionally. So this is the topic for the AI soft skill training, and it is the part 1 of the course, mastering stressful situations, and gives you here a short glimpse of what expects you within the training. And when you take a look on the picture, which is a screenshot out of the AI soft skill training, this is the mentioned text block I mentioned, where maybe even if you started a Spanish training, it is possible that there is maybe some where you will see this text block is not in Spanish but in English. So just here again for your information, and now you can imagine what I was talking about. And yeah, you can see here a short extract about what we made accessible for you for this pilot program. And as you can see, I believe here closing the deal successfully, which is the full course. I've mentioned is available for you here as well in Spanish, which is Siete de Ventas. And for the others, you can see it here as well. So, but maybe I will not talk about this much more, because we will see in a few minutes directly when Annika shows it to you. So to come to the last slides from my side, as I already said a few times, you will receive access to the platform via mail today, where you have all the information you need to start your training, to have the access to the platform, and maybe try already today your first AI soft skill training. We will support you from start to finish. So we are starting today, but as I said, we have different opportunities prepared for you that we can support you as soon as possible, because yeah, we know we have a certain time shift. It's maybe not always easy to call each other, but we have created an intranet page, a website. You will receive the access as well, where is a big FAQ, so frequently asked questions. You will find almost everything you need, and all your questions, or maybe most of the questions, will be answered on this page. So sometimes it's not necessary to ask us directly or talk to us via the MS Teams channel. It's always, or maybe beforehand, go into the website and see if your question is already answered there, because it's quite comprehensive and already includes experiences from 3Spin from the last years. What are the typical questions that come up when you want to start and run through the trainings? And as well, the Q&A sessions, which we plan to do on every Wednesday, starting for the same time as we are doing it today. But this meeting will be half an hour shorter. It is just an optional meeting, so it's not that you have to take part. It's just for you, if there are questions you could not or were not be able to answer with the support sites or with the via MS Teams channel, and if you necessarily need to talk to us directly, then we have the opportunity in those Q&A sessions, which will be conducted weekly. And to conclude, yeah, we have a win-win situation for all of us, because you will have the opportunity to experience those immersive AI soft skill trainings. And we will support you as much as possible so that you can really concentrate on the training and focus on what is maybe relevant for the feedback and for our evaluation. And talking about evaluation and feedback, this is the most important for us during this pilot, to get to know what you experienced during the whole program. And this is the last slide, and just the information and the link for you when you have the presentation afterwards. It's just a screenshot from the intranet website, where we have placed all the relevant questions and answers for you, what is necessary to know for you for the pilot program and to run those trainings. And if I'm right, that was the last slide. Yeah, yes, it was. And I hope it was not too much for the moment. Are there any questions from your side? Is there anything that was unclear? Anything where I say, Marvin, that didn't make any sense to me? I see some heads nodding and thumbs up. So great. So that it's what was me? It was me. That was what? I'm sorry, I didn't know what that was. So that was it from my side for the general information for this pilot program. And as I already said, Annika will give us now insight into the platform. And I will hand over to you, Annika.
Thank you. Yeah. Maybe just for a little bit of context, I will add a few things. because so with Been Learning, we have our training platform and we have a lot of contents. And as Marvin told you already, there are a few pre-selected for you, but we have a training library with more over 100 training courses, depending in sales trainings, in HR trainings, in customer success, leadership training. So that's our portfolio, and this is only a really pre-selected selection for you just to try for the pilot, so that you're also not overwhelmed with all of the stuff, and maybe afterwards you also have the opportunity to train all our other trainings, just to give you a little overview. Okay, I would like to show you our platform and how you can access it. And if you want to, you can just join me by doing it. So I would ask you to click on the link. I just send it into our chat, and then you should be able to see this site. Then you can just enter your email address, and then you will be forwarded to another site where you have to enter in a password, and the password is also in the chat right now. So I would ask you to just try that and have a look if everything is okay, and if we've got everyone already on board, because if not, we will make that happen right after our meeting. Maybe when you're finished, just hold up your hand so I know if I'm ready to move on. So one person is in, that's good. Can you give me a head nod or any sign that it worked?
Good morning. Sorry, I cannot log in.
You cannot log in,
No.
okay. Then I would just, Marvin, can you type down his name? Then we can check that later.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out who was talking.
It's me, Jesus Contreras.
Yes, right.
You know something, Jesus? It happened to me, but I copy and then I paste it, and then it doesn't work. So I put it by hand. So try it like this.
Okay.
So you can access all our trainings, as Marvin already said, via your laptop or PC. You also can use an Android tablet if you like to, but we're not available on smartphones or on iPads. That's one of our common mistakes. Sometimes if something is not working, it's because someone uses his smartphone. And also we would like to ask you to use a Google Chrome or a Firefox browser, because there's sometimes some problems with Safari as well.
It worked. Thank you.
Perfect. All right.
No.
So then you all, as you just have seen, you all have the same password, and we don't want that to be. So down here in the left corner, there's a little sign with your name, and there's a little sign where something stands like settings or something like that. You can just press on it, and there you can change your password. So we'll ask you to change the password. So from now on, you have your own individual password, and no one else is able to log in with your data. So that you can already do. Then, as Marvin said, we have two groups inside you all. So there are some people who have access to the sales course, and there are some people who have access to the other course, which depends on trainings from customer success, HR, and leadership. So you are only able to see two of the same kind. So it's always the same contents, but one's in Spanish and one's in English. And if you click on one of the courses, you see a little description on what you can expect here in that course. And these are the little training units, which you can just train individually. In the training course of sales, I would recommend to make it step by step. So first start with part 1, part 2, part 3, then the final course. And the other one, you're just free to go. Whatever you want to train, you can just start it and train it. If you want to start one of our trainings, you just choose the one and click on it. It's just simple as that. Then something is loading. And then you have to make sure that you give access to your microphone and to your speaker. You can always test it if you click on test, and then you should be able to see or hear a sound, or you can change your microphone here if you want to. But it's really important because we are talking, we have an AI soft skill training, that you're really giving access to the microphone, because otherwise you're not able to train. So, and if you're finished with that, you can just click on start, and that's practically it. You can start training as soon as you like to. So I hope it's really, really easy. I will just show you a little bit of a video where I show you a part of a AI training. It's in German, so I don't have an audio right now. But you see there is a little UI element on top, and the avatar shows you that they are speaking, or that they're thinking, or that they're able to, or you are able to speak to them. Then normally there's then something like click on avatar to start, and you just click on it, and then you can speak, and then he understands you, and he will answer you. Your thinking is he has to evaluate what you said, and then they answer to you, and you see it by speaking. If they're stands listening to you, they will just listen and answer afterwards. There's some cool thing I think which is not normal from other solutions, because via VR you can also take a turn and look around, and you can change your perspective, as you see right now, that you can do it by clicking just and dragging along. So we can also look in the back and have a lovely view outside of our windows. It's not necessary for the training, but if there is some help things or some buttons you have to access and you're not able into the frame, just click and drag along so you can view the other side. So I think that's basically it. Are there any questions so far? Perfect. It should be simple for you. All right. Then I would just repeat the important stuff. Try to log in on your PC or laptop. Use Google Chrome or Firefox. If you like to, Android tablet, but no iPads, no smartphones, and no Safari. And if you follow these rules and give access to your microphone and speaker, I think you're good to go. Raphael, there's a question.
Yeah, no, this is not a question, Annika. Thank you. I'm cannot access, and I just refresh my browser. I'm using Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
I just do it everything manually. My email and the password. Something about my email that you give me access. I don't know.
Okay, we will check that just in a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you. And also Andrea Cervantes, another colleague, it seems like she is having the same problem.
Okay, we will just check after our meeting and make sure everything is okay.
Thank you, Emma.
Are there any more questions? Okay, then back to Marvin.
Yeah, thank you, Annika. You will always have the opportunity, as I said, to look this meeting up, to see how did you get into the platform, what was about the training formats. As I said, on the intranet side, you will, most of the questions that come up to your mind when starting trainings will be answered there. And I can just recommend those Q&A sessions. If you struggle with some training formats, just to join those trainings, and we will help. That is the reason why we have those Q&A sessions, that we can guarantee the support, the best support for you for the whole pilot program. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to do this with you. and to experience those trainings and to get to know how you like and how you get through those training formats. If you have any questions directly after this meeting, feel free to just contact me directly. If it's more kind of an organizational question. I've wrote down the names even to the colleagues that mentioned in the chat that they don't have access. And now I have to,
Marvin,
I'm able to.
I just looked them up. So maybe if Raphael and Andrea could stay in the call, then we can just fix it.
Andrea just mentioned in this moment that she was able to log in. So I just.
Perfect. All right.
Yes. So, but for the rest, Jesus and Raphael to stay maybe in the meeting, and we will just take 1 or 2 minutes that you will receive the access. Amadeo.
Yeah. Marvin for the presentation and Annika, really interesting. So we will try it out. 2 questions I have. The questions and answers or Q&A sessions that you mentioned are already scheduled or will be on demand? They
will be every Wednesday on the same time we are starting now. So it would be the 8:30 to 9 a.m. Mexican time, which is an optional meeting every Wednesday. But as I said, I would recommend if you are struggling with some trainings or have questions that you need to ask directly.
Okay. And the second question, thanks for that. And the second question is about the feedback that we shall provide. Will be this in a structured manner? You will send a kind of a survey or some questions, or we just give you the feedback that we
there is a little survey directly in the training. So after the training, it's 1 question or 2 questions, but we will also send you a longer survey, but we will give you time to test everything. And then I think in 2 weeks or something like that, Marvin will send out a survey and then you can just answer us. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, David.
You're welcome. Are there any further questions?
Yes. Me, I'm so sorry. I just have a quick question. Can you repeat the due date or the time that we have to?
Yeah, it's around about 4 weeks. So the kick-out date, you will receive the appointment from me. It will be a Teams meeting again. It was now I have to go short again, sorry. It was the 25th of June. It's a Thursday, so it's exactly 4 weeks from now. And that is now our goal for the pilot. If there is anything unexpected, which means that you don't have the time to do those trainings in those 4 weeks, just tell us. We will then take a look if it's possible and necessary to maybe make this pilot a week longer. But I don't think that we have those unexpected things during the time. But if so, of course, we will take a look what is possible for the date there. But for now, it's the 25th of June, which is planned.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Muy bien. Then I would like to thank you very much for your time, for your attention, and that you will run this pilot program together with us. I'm really looking forward to it. And Jesus, you have another question.
Yes, sorry. I was just thinking that currently we are working with AI tools like Synthesia to create our training videos, right?
Yeah.
So I was just wondering if someday we are going to be able to use VR to create our training videos here in Mexico. What do you think? Is going to be possible?
You mean creating VR trainings, or what have Synthesia to do with it?
Sorry about that. Actually, we have several software tools, legacy tools, new tools, and we are building a lot of videos, training videos for those. Okay, so I was just asking myself, it's going to be someday possible to create those videos, those training videos with all the features that you provided in the beginning of this conversation, retention, learning, more productive, etc. Using VR to learn our software tools here in Mexico. Do you think that is going to be possible? Is it expensive to do it? Or I don't know.
It's a beautiful question, and I know that Annika already unmuted herself because, yeah, Annika, please.
Yes, so it's possible in our 3Spin learning platform to create trainings, and we're already creating trainings with TÜV Nord Academy. So to maybe test some cars or stuff. So you have to do everything in VR. So that's possible, but it just depends on what you're looking for. You can also implement videos in our VR or in the training, so that's no problem. So you could implement all the videos we were talking about in VR, but it's always the question if it makes sense or is it necessary, because we use our platform if we want to make something practical, so that you have to practice. And soft skill is you learn it the best like when you do it and not when you just learn theoretically about it. So that's the reason why it's so effective. And if there are any things you need to learn practically, then sure, I think we're willing to give you access to our platform, and it should be a possibility. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for your answers
and
for your time in this presentation. Thank you for this invitation and this kickoff.
You're welcome. Yeah, as you were talking, I will send you an overview about the products we are offering in general, as well as this authoring tool which Annika was talking about to create those trainings. That is just for the information, because we wanted to concentrate for the pilot and did not want to talk about everything we offer, that it's maybe then too comprehensive for the pilot. But for an information, definitely. And if you have a use case or requirement there, of course, we can talk about what is possible there. And of course, this is one goal of this stepwise implementation we are currently talking about. So now you get to know the trainings, the platform, how everything works. And maybe a second or a third step then is, how can we create those trainings? What do we need? Or what are our requirements to create those trainings by yourself in TÜV Nord Mexico, for instance?
Awesome.
Claudia.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Claudia.
Thank you. Well, this is not a question. Jesus is an IT guy. That's the reason of his questions, only to understand a little bit. And Annika and Marvin, thank you so much for your time, for the support, and we are very excited of being part of this big project. So thank you.
Thank you very much. We are looking forward and are excited as you are. So thank you for those words. And yeah, as I said, if you have any questions that come up to your mind, feel free to ask. And yeah, otherwise, I wish us a great pilot with TÜV Nord Mexico Academy and 3Spin Learning, and wish you a nice rest of the day and of the week. And maybe we will see each other again on the Q&A meeting on Wednesday if necessary. And otherwise, we'll read and latest see us on the 25th of June. So thank you very much. Have fun with the trainings, and see you soon again.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye bye. Adios.
So, Marvin, machst du die Aufnahme aus?
Stop the recording.
So, Raphael, you're
Yeah, thank
the
you.
only